Hello! Today we're going to draw a lily. Let's start with a sketch. First, to establish the overall composition, draw a long diagonal center line in the direction the flower is tilted, and then sketch a slightly tilted oval. Below the oval, sketch a V-shaped base to establish the shape of the flower's center. Now, we are going to mark where the 3 center petals will go. Draw a soft V shape in the center and extend curved lines outward beyond the oval to create guidelines for the petals. Following these guidelines, we will draw the 3 center petals of the lily. At this time, it is best to use smooth curved lines to give them a sense of volume. Once the center petals take shape, continue drawing the 3 back petals that are slightly hidden behind them. Keep the petals gathered more closely inside the oval and spreading outward on the outside so that the lily's characteristic trumpet-like 3-dimensional form naturally comes to life. Then, draw the stem and leaves as well. Once the entire form is captured, erase the construction lines used to establish the shape. Next, draw the stamens and pistil in the center of the flower. And finally, refine the delicate contours of the petals to enhance the details and complete the sketch. Before painting the flower, it is very helpful to do a light practice run on a small piece of paper. This involves deciding on the colors you'll use beforehand and creating a small gradient. By wetting the paper first and adding paint little by little, it is a process to get a feel for how to control the amount of paint and water in advance. Doing this makes it much easier to handle the bleeding process when you start the actual painting, and it also makes it simpler to plan your overall color application. Now, let's begin painting. First, for the base layer, wet the paper gently with clean water. Mix water with a warm-toned black paint and apply it to the darker areas of the petals, allowing the color to spread naturally. Once this first layer is completely dry, we will deepen the shadows on the petals. Wet the inner areas of the petals again and apply the paint a bit more intensely. Add shading where the petals overlap to create depth and dimension in the painting. If there is too much water on the paper, the paint will bleed excessively, so you can wait a little for it to be absorbed before painting. Alternatively, if the paper dries during the painting process, it is a good idea to spray a little water with a mist sprayer to keep the paper wet. Paint the stems and leaves as well, adding subtle color variations rather than using just a single tone. Now, we have expressed the petals in achromatic tones, so let's add a bit of color. Mix yellow ochre and olive green and apply it very lightly. This will give the petals a much richer and more abundant color quality. Also, delicately paint the pistil and stamens using a fine brush. Describe the fine details of the stem and leaves as well. Finally, use a scrubber brush to express the texture and lines of the petals. Lifting off the color with a scrubber brush like this expresses much more realistic petals. Now, the lily is complete. I hope today's video was helpful to you. I look forward to seeing you again with another beautiful flower painting next time. Thank you.